Income inequality in a free society? Who cares? I have no idea if it would be bigger, smaller, what it would be, how you would even measure it. It's irrelevant. The only relevant thing in a free society is how am I doing? Am I doing as good as I can do? If not, it's up to me to improve. A free society makes it possible for individuals to do the best that they can do, to have the highest standard of living that they can produce. A free society is not about what your neighbor's doing. The whole issue of income inequality is to compare people. But why is comparison important? The important thing is, am I doing the best that I can? Is my standard of living rising? Am I living a better life? Now, for almost everybody who's willing to be productive and to work, they are better off in a free society. So the poor are better off than they are in a free society than they are in today's economy. The middle class is better off. The rich are better off. Now, the rich that are willing to work hard, the middle class that are willing to work hard, and the poor that are willing to work hard. Some people might be worse off, but they're probably the people who are not willing to work and who enjoy getting government benefits. So they deserve to be worse off. Where you are on the scale why is that relevant to anybody? Why are you comparing yourself to other people? Why are you competing with your neighbor? You should be, again, living your life the best life that you can be. And look, life's not about money. What about the happiness inequality, right? That's what it's about. It's about being the happiest you can be. It's not about being the richest you can be. Now, some people, in order to be happy, are going to be rich. That's part of what drives them. And it's if you're in business, making a lot of money is really, really important. But what if you're a teacher? You know what? You're never going to be super rich if you're a teacher. But you could be a great, great teacher and be as happy as a billionaire. So it's about happiness. It's the whole issue of income inequality is driven by altruism and driven by envy. It's driven by altruism because the idea is, if I've made a lot, I should feel guilty about it and I should give it to somebody else because my moral responsibility is not to myself, it's to them. And if somebody else is not as rich as me, then they deserve it. And that drives envy because if I'm not as rich as somebody else, I'm going, wait a minute, it's his moral responsibility to give me stuff, right? Because he's supposed to be altruistic. He's supposed to sacrifice. He's supposed to be selfless. And he's, of course, being selfish. So where's my stuff? That drives envy. So a society that cares about inequality of income is a sick society, is a society driven by altruism and envy. And it's exactly the kind of society we want to replace with a society of rational, self-interested individuals who care about making the most out of their own lives and don't worry about what their neighbor, how well their neighbor is doing. Indeed, they celebrate when their neighbor does well. They celebrate when somebody becomes a billionaire. They celebrate when Steve Jobs and Bill Gates become gazillionaires. Because the fact is you can't become a gazillionaire without offering people a product, a service that they're willing to pay for. The way you become super rich is by making my life better. I'm better off for Steve Jobs. I'm better off for Bill Gates. So I am happy for them that they're super rich. I don't envy them. That's the kind of society we would have if we were advocates of rational self-interest. And to understand what that means from an economic perspective, from a moral perspective, I encourage you to read Ayn Rand and also to read Free Market Revolution, my book with Don Watkins, which really goes into this in greater detail.